to the AP automation demonstration. In this session, we will go through the solution overview and demonstration. Baseplan Enterprise is now integrated with Affinda to provide you with seamless solution to receive supplier invoices. The solution eliminates the need to manually enter data and thus reduces errors and time-consuming tasks. This enables your staff to focus on more meaningful work and ensure timely payments to suppliers. The solution starts with the user sending an email with a PDF or manually uploading a PDF to Affinda portal. Affinda processes the document, applies a train model to extract information such as supplier's name, ABN number, amounts, etc., and informs Baseplan with a unique ID for the document. Baseplan then fetches all the data from Affinda and performs three steps in Baseplan. If the external ID does not exist in the database, it creates a new invoice. If the ID already exists, then it checks the status of that invoice. If the invoice is open, then it reprocesses the invoice. If the invoice is already posted, then it logs an error. Once the process is complete, Baseplan returns an acknowledgement back to Affinda portal. Baseplan categorizes the incoming invoices into three types: GL-coded invoice, purchase order related invoice, and sub-rental invoice. This categorization is performed based on the scan field for order number. Thus, when the order number is empty, it is treated as a GL-coded invoice. Examples of such invoices are utility bills like electricity charges, freight charges, or cleaning charges. When order number is not empty, then it is either a purchase order related invoice if the number matches with an existing purchase order for the supplier, or a sub-rental invoice if the number matches with a rental contract number for the sub-rental equipment belonging to the supplier. Let me show you how it works. Please note that in real-life scenario, you will have an inbox setup which will process the invoice documents. For this demonstration, I'm showing you the manual upload of the document. Let me bring up the first sample. I've made sure that the supplier exists for this ABN number. I've put INV 111 as the supplier invoice number. I will upload the invoice to the portal now. Let's go back to Baseplan. Let's refresh the screen. INV 111 is in Baseplan now. It has correctly identified the supplier. Invoice date is set to the date scanned on the document. Receive date is set to the date of creation. It has recorded the amounts. It has used the default expense account of the supplier to create a single O-type line with the total amount. It has been marked as rejected with the reason review GL-coded invoice. The AP staff can review this invoice using two methods. Firstly, they can click on the attachment button, which will display the original file uploaded to the portal, or they can double-click on the external ref to open the invoice in Affinda portal. Once they are happy with the information, they can confirm the document. To post this document in Baseplan, user can edit, uncheck, reject, and user hold checkboxes, save the invoice, and click on the Post button. Invoice is now posted in Baseplan. Let's try the second example, which is a purchase order related invoice. In Baseplan, I have created this purchase order, which is in received status. My sample includes the purchase order number, and I've given it INV 112 as my supplier invoice number. Let me upload the document. Let's go back to Baseplan. Let's refresh the screen. INV 112 is in Baseplan now. It has correctly identified the supplier. It has correctly identified the purchase order. It has used the receipt information. And as you can notice, because the amounts matched, it has also posted the invoice. I can double click on the external ref to view the information in a Finda portal. I can also verify the information using the attachment button. Note that not all incoming invoices will match exactly with the amounts recorded in Baseplan. To deal with this, Baseplan provides tolerance limits which enable system to post the invoice if the discrepancy is within the tolerance limit. AP Automation User Guide has more information on how to use tolerance limits. Let's check the last invoice. Supplier invoices related to sub-rental billing are created via Baseplan's rental billing process. When the supplier invoice is received by our Finda, Baseplan API uses the scanned order number and the scanned supplier to find an existing sub-rental contract. In this case, my rental contract has a sub-rental equipment and I have used the supplier for that equipment to be same as the one on the sample that I will upload. I've also done a progress invoice which has created this supplier invoice. Note the rental contract number. Let me upload the document. Let's go back to Baseplan. Let's refresh this record. As you can see, the API found the existing invoice, updated the supplier invoice number, updated the external reference and source, and posted this invoice as the amounts matched. I can review the invoice via a Finda portal, or I can check the attachment. Finally, to view all rejected invoices in one list, use the Rejected Supplier Invoices screen, which displays a list of rejected invoices matching the given filter criteria. Additionally, you can set up your own hot sheets for reporting purposes. In this sample, I can easily see when the invoice was created, was it posted automatically at the same time when it was created, or was it rejected and for what reason? To ensure seamless integration, it is important to configure data correctly in Baseplan. We recommend a data cleansing activity is performed prior to turning the automation feature on. For example, an active supply record must exist in Baseplan database with either matching ABN number or supplier name. The integration also uses default expense account of the supplier when creating GL coded invoices. These are some of the useful Affinda settings. The first one is the document splitter. If a document with multiple invoices is uploaded, and if the document splitter is set to the recommended setting, then Affinda will automatically split the document into multiple documents. For example, if the PDF file contains 10 invoices, Affinda will split the PDF into 10 separate PDFs, and in Baseplan, you will see 10 different invoice records. The second setting is handling of invalid documents. An invalid document is the one that does not fit the collection. Affinda is trained for handling supplier invoices and credit notes. If a delivery docket, for example, is uploaded to this portal, then Affinda will reject it. Final setting is handling of duplicate documents. If a duplicate document is uploaded to the portal, it automatically gets rejected and it never gets sent to Baseplan. Thank you for watching this demonstration. Get in touch with your customer success manager to find out how you can utilize this new feature to meet your business needs.